जय गोपीजनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनातीरावनचारी यमुनातीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपीजनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिचिकाचार्य श्री श्रीमद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद जम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिचिकाचार्य श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत से ठाकुर श्री प्रभुपाद के अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वंदक नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वंदक श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन वृंदावन मथुरा धाम मायापुर नवदीप धाम पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम के कलिग पावन श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे ऑल ग्लोरीज टू assembled devote all glories to assembled all glories to assembled all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरये निष्ठप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यां भागवत सेवया Bhagavati Uttama-shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Hare Krishna. So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2nd, Chapter 5th, The Cause of All Causes, Text 33. Tada samhate chanonyam Tata samhatya chanonyam Bhagavat Shakti Chodita Sadasatvam Upadaya Chobhayam Sasrujur Yada Tada Samvatya Chanyonyam Bhagavat Shakti Chodita Sat Asatvam Upadaya Chobhayam Sasrujur Yada Tada Samvatya Chanyonyam Bhagavat Shakti Chodita Sadasatvam Upadaya Chobhayam Sasrujur Yada
Upadaya Sobhayam Sasadharudha Tada Samheta Chanyanam Bhagavat Shakti Chodita Sada Satvam Upadaya Sobhayam Sasadharudha Tada Samheta Chanyanam Bhagavat Shakti Chodita Sada Satvam Upadaya Sobhayam Sasadharudha.
Mataji.
Tada Samheta Chanyanam Bhagavat Shakti Chodita Sada Satvam Upadaya Chobhayam Sasadharudha.
Word by word meaning. Tada, all those. Samvatya, being assembled. Cha, also. Anyonyam, one another. Bhagavat, by the personality of Godhead. Shakti, energy. Chodita, being applied. Sat asatvam, primarily and secondarily. Upadaya, accepting. Cha, also. Ubhayam, both. Sasruju, came into existence. He, certainly. Ada, this universe. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Prabhupada.
Translation. Thus, when all these became assembled by force of the energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, this universe certainly came into being by accepting both the primary and secondary causes of creation. Purport. In this verse, it is clearly mentioned that the Supreme Personality of Godhead exerts his different energies in the creation. It is not that he himself is transformed into material creations. He expands himself by his different energies, as well as by his plenary portions. In a corner of the spiritual sky of Brahmajyoti, a spiritual cloud sometimes appears, and covered portion is called the Mahatattva. The Lord then, by his plenary portion as Mahavishnu, lies down within the water of the Mahatattva, and the water is called the causal ocean, Karanajal. While Mahavishnu sleeps within the causal ocean, innumerable universes are generated along with his breathing. These universes are floating, and they are scattered all over the causal ocean. They stay only during the breathing period of Mahavishnu. In each and every universal globe, the same Mahavishnu enters again as Garbhodakashayi Vishnu and lies there on the serpentine-like Shesha incarnation. From his navel sprouts a lotus stem, and on the lotus, Brahma, the Lord of the universe, is born. Brahma creates all forms of living beings of different shapes in terms of different desires within the universe. He also creates the sun, moon, and the other demigods. Therefore, the chief engineer of the material creation is the Lord himself, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 9.10. It is he only who directs the material nature to produce all sorts of moving and non-moving creations. There are two modes of material creation: the creation of the collective universes, as stated above, done by the Mahavishnu, and the creation of the single universe. Both are done by the Lord, and thus the universal shape, as we can see, takes place. Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamayyam Tadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shanyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sate Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So welcome everyone for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. So in this verse, we can see that Lord Brahma is telling Srila Narad Muni that how when all these became assembled, the previous verse also it was explained, all the various elements, senses, mind, moods of nature, they were not assembled. But when they become assembled by force of the energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, this universe certainly came into being by accepting both primary and secondary causes of creation. So, in this verse, we can see that Srimad Bhagavatam has taken us to the origin of the universe. What was happening at the very beginning, when nobody existed. Even Brahma was not present. So this kind of information is possible because of Srila Vyasadeva. Srila Vyasadeva, who has written the Srimad Bhagavatam, all the Vedic literatures, 4 Vedas, Puranas, Upanishads, Mahabharata, Vedanta Sutra. He is said to be Trikaladnya. Means he knows past, present and future. He can see in the past, he can see in the present, and he can see in the future what will happen after many, many years. So Srila Vyasadeva, his enlightenment also we can see that this was possible by Srila Narad Muni. Srila Narad Muni, he went to meet Srila Vyasadeva, and although he had written all these Vedic literatures, he was not satisfied. And when Srila Narad Muni asked him to write Srimad Bhagavatam, which glorifies the Supreme Lord, he understood the essence, the purpose of the Vedas. Usually Vedas, they deal with dharma, artha, kama, moksha, karma kand, jnana kand, upasana kand, various things one can learn about various things in this life. But what is the purpose behind everything? Who is to be worshipped? How to come out of the cycle of birth and death? What is the final goal? That was given by Srila Vyasadeva. Otherwise, he had given dharma, artha, kama, moksha, which binds one to this material world. We do good activities, we get the results, and again we get implicated into law of karma. And again, maybe one may go to higher planets by worshipping demigods, and he can live there for many, many years, and again come back in this, on the earthly planet. Kshine punyam artha lokam vishanti. So Srila Narad Muni, he told that this is what you had given is not the ultimate. Indirectly, he may hinted that it is a Vayasam Tirtham. It is a literature for the people of the crow mentality. They just like to take pleasure in some garbage. So it was quite heavy statement for Srila Narada, Srila Vyasadeva. And he understood that there is something higher ahead of you. There is something higher than this. And that is devotional service. Devotional service, bhakti to the Supreme Lord, Lord Krishna, is the ultimate purpose of life. It is not easy thing. It is not an ordinary thing. And then he wrote Srimad Bhagavatam, which is a natural commentary on Vedanta Sutra. And it begins with Janmadhyasya Yata. It begins with explaining what is the Supreme Absolute Truth, Satyam Paramadhimai. One should meditate on Satyam Param Dhimahi. And what is that? That is explained at the very beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam. And it is explained that that Param Satya is the source of everything. Janmadhyasya Yata. He is the beginning, he is a source of creation, maintenance and destruction. Janmadhyasya Yata. Itarasya chartheshu abhidnyasvara. He is directly and indirectly conscious of this material and spiritual worlds. He is conscious. That person is a conscious person. He is not somebody unconscious person. He is a supremely conscious person. And Swarat. Swarat means he is fully independent. He is supreme autocrat. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj explains. Nobody is equal to him and nobody is above him. That is the position of the Supreme Absolute Truth, Param Satya. In the material world, we may not have that kind of example or that kind of experience. There will be always somebody who is lower than us or somebody is always above than us, whatever we may do. So, in the material world, nobody has the supreme position. Otherwise, everyone is trying for some safe position in the material world where there are no problems. Right? Everyone is trying, everyone is struggling for that. I want to get some position in my profession, career, in my society, in my brahmacharya ashram, or anywhere. One is looking for some secure position where there are no problems. But is it possible in this material world? This material world, it is designed in that way. It will not give us permanent happiness. No position is permanent in this material world. Even the position of Lord Brahma, here it is explained that Lord Brahma is the first born living entity in the universe. We can imagine what kind of exalted position is that. He is the first person in the universe. There was nobody before him. And that position is also said to be temporary. It is not a permanent position. It is just a position. It is not permanent situation there. One cannot stay that permanently. As soon as his term is over, he has to vacate that seat. And we can see that there is so much fight for getting one seat. For anywhere we can see political or material or so many places. I want to get some position. So here we can learn from Srimad Bhagavatam that it is not possible. One has to develop the right consciousness. What we do after getting that seat? Are we in the proper consciousness? Are we performing our duties properly? Are we able to actually do the welfare of everyone? So, therefore, the consciousness of the person is very, very important. And Srimad Bhagavatam, it focuses on that. That how to fine-tune our consciousness. Our consciousness has been polluted, distorted, deviated. But now that consciousness has to be fixed properly. And therefore Srimad Bhagavatam gives us that direction. And from the very beginning, it is trying to bring us to that focus. What is our consciousness? Are we becoming Krishna conscious? Even after coming to bhakti, devotional service, are we really becoming Krishna conscious? So therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam helps us to upgrade our consciousness. Our consciousness has been affected by material atmosphere. But now it helps us to upgrade our consciousness or update our consciousness. Just like many of us are using these fancy gadgets, mobiles. And in that there are so many kind of apps and things like that. And sometimes one notification comes. Do you want to update your app? And it mentions that update all, right? And it gives the option of you can update all at once or one by one you can update. So what we do mostly, 99% update all, right? We update all apps at one time. We don't want to do one by one. Somebody can do one by one also. But mostly we do update all, whatever data is taken. Why we update? Why we update the apps? Yes? Latest technology, latest update. We don't want to be outdated. We want to be updated. Otherwise we get outdated. Our apps will not work. It will start giving some errors and so many problems. So therefore we update all. So that we are up to date. Right? We are up to date. We don't want to miss anything. So similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam gives a message to update our consciousness. Update our all types of thoughts and consciousness. So that we remain updated and we don't become outdated. So therefore Srimad Bhagavatam is not something which was given thousands of years before and it is not relevant. It is very much relevant because it gives us the proper direction. If our consciousness is not proper, then we cannot function properly in this material world. Therefore, it goes to the root cause of all the problems. That is a consciousness. And it fixes that. And that we can see how Srila Vyasadeva has very systematically bringing out various aspects of Supreme Absolute Truth. Janmadhyasya yatha, right from beginning. If you want to understand what is the source of creation, how this creation has happened, in this material world there are so many scientists, they are trying to understand the origin of the universe, right? Stephen Hawking, he tried so much to explain. He came very close, but without having the mercy of Guru, or one who is a self-realized person, who has the knowledge as it is, one cannot get the glimpse of what is the transcendence. So therefore, if you have to approach, if you want to understand the knowledge of the transcendence, which is beyond our sense perception, then one has to approach a bona fide spiritual master. Tad vijnanartham sagurum eva vigacche. Mundaka Upanishad explains that one has to approach a bona fide spiritual master, one who is fully aware, who is fully conversant with the Vedic knowledge. Not by just theoretical knowledge, but by practical application. He is a realized soul. Then only one will get a glimpse of what is transcendence. Otherwise, it can be very confusing. These topics can be very, very confusing, and one may have so many doubts. If the Supreme Lord, Supreme Absolute Truth is transcendental, He is not beyond, He is not of this material world, He is beyond this material world. Then how matter can come from it? Matter, material energy is a different energy. The Supreme Absolute Truth from Spirit, Spirit should come. But from Spirit, how the matter is coming? So therefore, it requires lot of understanding, lot of learning, lot of practice to get a glimpse of what is transcendence. And in the Vedanta Sutras or the commentaries of various acharyas, 4 Vaishnava acharyas, they have given various darshanas. They have given their own bhashyas, tikas, commentaries to get little understanding the connection of God and this material world. God is supreme. He is beyond these modes of material nature. And it is explained here by Srila Prabhupada that in the spiritual sky, which is eternal, Paravyoma, there a cloud is formed. Now also we have cloud space and all various things. We everything we want to store in the cloud. That we feel that is safe. So Krishna also, Supreme Lord also creates something space in the cloud. Originally also the entire creation has become in the cloud. And that is covered by Mahat Tattva. And there the Supreme Lord, He expands Himself as Karanodakshai Vishnu. Karanajal, it is explained that there is a causal ocean. It's a big ocean. We cannot imagine we may have one small ocean here near Chowpatty. But causal ocean is a causal ocean, means Karana Sagar. That ocean is a cause of everything. Karana Jal. That water is a cause of everything. On which Mahavishnu is lying down very comfortably. And from his breathing, various universes come. So many universes. We cannot imagine how many universes are coming from breathing of Mahavishnu. He is just breathing and millions of universes are coming. And then in each and every universe, he again expands and enters as Garbhodakshai Vishnu, Hiranya Garbha. He enters into each and every universe. So the universes are created by him. So many universes are created. And then he enters into each and every universe. So Srila Prabhupada explains that because of that, when the Lord enters into that universe can float in the sky. Because the Supreme Lord has entered into it. And Srila Prabhupada gives the example, just like a person is swimming in the water. As long as the soul is there in the body, that person can swim. But when that body becomes dead, then it drowns. So the one gets the ability to swim because of the soul. The soul makes the body float on the water. Otherwise it becomes dead and it drowns. So similarly, when the super soul, Hiranyagarbha or Garbhodakshai Vishnu enters into universe, that universe starts floating. And later, still the creation had not taken place. The secondary creation had not taken place. Brahmaji has explained just the very beginning when nobody was existing. Only the Supreme Lord in the form of Mahavishnu, his plenary expansion was existing. And he is creating these universes. And then when all these universes are created, they remain in that causal ocean for many years. In the next verse it is explained that they remain there for many eons of years. So this kind of information is not available anywhere. This is given in Srimad Bhagavatam, the origin of the universe. Even in other religions, one will not find what is the exact cause of creation. They may give some other viewpoints, but Srimad Bhagavatam, it goes more deeper and explains in more depth. Now we will try to understand what is the purpose of creation, or what are the various factors of causation, that something is created. What are the various factors? In the ordinary world also we can see that some engineers or construction company, they built a house, a building or a bungalow or something. It is created. Now, it is explained that there are 4 causes for that. First is the operative cause. Operative cause means one who has constructed the construction company. That is the first cause. They say that we have created this building or this Bangalore company or whatever, because they are the creators. They saw everything and they assembled everything. So they are the operative cause. Then second reason is the material cause. Without ingredients, that building is not possible. So therefore all the bricks, cement, water and various ingredients have to be present. Even somebody wants to construct a building or something, all these basic ingredients have to be present. Then one can assemble all these various ingredients, and then the building is created. And another example is given that just like almost everyday example of cooking. Simple thing. Can he just turn like this? Prabhu, don't face your back to deities. You can chant Hare Krishna. आप थोड़ा ऐसा बैठो, वो भगवान को पीठ मत करो. So cooking is something which is like an everyday example. What cook does. For cooking, we need vegetables, spices, salts and various things, water, utensils, fire. And all these things are present. What cook does, he gets all the ingredients, he cuts them in proper proportion. He will put some water in the pot, put all the vegetables, heat for some time, put various spices, salt and everything. And then what happens? Sabji is created, or khichdi or whatever, various items are created. So, first the basic ingredients have to be present. Cook is not creating those ingredients. He gets from the market and then assembles them together. Similarly, Brahmaji, he has all the ingredients at his hand. All the Pancha Mahabhuta, sense objects, senses, everything, demigods, all they are present. Now he is considered to be a secondary creator. His job is now to assemble everything together. That is also a big job. It's not a small thing. Creating all these 84 lakhs of species, and everyone is a different person, as we were hearing a few days before. So that kind of intelligence is also a very great intelligence. Because he has to assemble everything together now. Create all these various types of species, 84 lakh species. And even in the one species also, everyone is looking different. It's not that they are all identical, like the production process and everyone looks same. That will be a huge confusion in the society if everyone starts looking the same. We can never become like another person. It is a myth, actually. We try to become like somebody, but it is not possible. So therefore, Lord is very intelligent in His creation. He is not kind of dumb person just creating Or sometimes people make songs, काहे को दुनिया बनाई, भगवान तुमने क्या किया ये, दुनिया बनाने वाले. So people blame God for creating this world, actually, for creating us, giving us opportunity. They don't realize what is the supreme opportunity of human form of life. So therefore, when we understand the purpose behind it, then we'll become really focused. Then we'll understand what is this valuable human form of life. It is so precious. It is so important. And therefore, second cause is a material cause. This is all the material elements have to be present. Third cause is said to be the formal cause. There has to be some concept of house. The engineer must have seen that kind of situation or that kind of place in which this house is created. So there has to be something original that has to exist somewhere. And based on that, another house is created. So engineers may have that concept in the mind that this kind of foundation, this kind of walls and interior and architecture and everything, so many things they had to imagine. And then the house is created. So that is a third cause, formal cause. And the final cause is the purpose of the house. What is the purpose of house? To stay there, right? To live there, to be happy there. If that is, and why that house? I mean, whom to live? Who will live there? Somebody has a desire to live there. Therefore, that house is created. I want to stay there and be happy. So that purpose, that desire is the final cause of the house. So similarly, this material world, when we see a big house, Krishna's house, this universe is a big house of Krishna. He has created this for everyone to stay. So, the first operative cause, the Supreme Lord, He created that. And Brahmaji, he assembled all those things. All the material elements were present. And it is created in such a way that it is a replica of the spiritual world. Urdhva Moolam Adha Shakam. It is a reflection of the spiritual world. It is not the real thing. It appears to be extremely real. But when we study from the various acharyas, those who have seen, this entire material world is ultimately temporary place. It is not permanent. Whatever we create in this material world, whatever house we may create or whatever construction we may do, it has a beginning, it stays for some time and it gets destroyed. Janmadhyasya yata. The entire material universe gets destroyed. When Mahavishnu inhales, all the universes go into his body. So there is nothing permanent in this material world. But still we want to remain in this material world permanently. Or we are looking for some permanent place, some position by which we can be permanently happy. So therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam helps us to go more deeper and try to give us that understanding that what is the higher level of consciousness? Where is our actual position? where we are supposed to be, sometimes we feel that I'm not at the right place. I want to go somewhere. People travel from one place to another, thinking that one will be happy there. Tourism, so many new places they want to explore, thinking that I will be happy there. But still, wherever we go in this material world, we are still not happy. Because this entire material world is temporary. And whatever the happiness we may get is also not the real happiness. It appears to be very real, but it is not ultimately real. Because it is a shadow reflection. So therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam helps us to go more deeper and tries to give us understanding who we really are. Are we this material body or something different? The entire material world, entire material marketing or whatever things are going on in this material world is just on the external level, on the superficial level. So therefore, although this material has been created as a reflection of the spiritual world, this is a means by which one has to transcend, one has to come out of it. One cannot deny this completely. And the last thing, the final cause, why this metal was created? Because of the desires of the living entities. The living entities had those desires. And those desires have been there, those were created to separately enjoy from God. One was with God, but one developed a desire to separately enjoy from God. And as soon as that desire came, that this material world has to be created and one has to put into that place. Because in the spiritual world one cannot enjoy independently of God. That is not possible. It's just like somebody goes into house of a big person, servant, and tries to control the house. What the owner will do? First he will throw him out. Ki bhai tu bahar ja. You are not in the right place. You are trying to become controller in God's place. So that is not possible. So one is thrown out. But Lord is so merciful is that He has created this material world in such a way that one feels that I am the controller. Still I am the controller. I am the enjoyer. I am the master. So therefore the desires of individual living entities are the final cause of this material creation. So therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam explains that how we have to come out of it. It is not that we just rotate in this material world continuously. Srila Vyasdev, who was looking into past, present, future, he saw that in Kali Yuga things are very difficult. Presently Kali Yuga is going on, 5,000 years have passed, and things will become more worse. So therefore he has given this, he saw that the only process for Kali Yuga, he saw that Kale dosha nidhe rajan asti ekam mahan guna kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangha param vaja. That in Kali Yuga there are so many faults, like ocean of faults. There are ocean of faults, but only one good quality, and that is the chanting of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Kali Yuga, there is only one good quality, and that is the chanting of the holy name. Because the Supreme Lord has come as holy name, as Naam. He has incarnated as the holy name. And he is not different from the holy name. He has given him so easily. And therefore, anybody who chants his holy name, one will feel completely different. One will realize that there is something higher. My purpose of life is something higher actually. And we can see that mission of Lord Chaitanya wanted, Lord Chaitanya came 5,500 years before to deliver all the people of Kali Yuga. Because he saw that Kali Yuga things are very difficult. And he wanted the holy name to be spread everywhere. And Srila Prabhupada, he fulfilled that mission. And he took that holy name all over the world. He created the temple in the hearts of everyone. Today's time, everyone is talking about temple, right? What is this? Famous temple is going to be built very soon, right? Everyone knows. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing that people would come to that place and try to understand, go more closer to Lord. The real purpose of temple, Srila Prabhupada has given us. Temple is a place where our life should transform. That is the real purpose of the temple. We get the direction for our life, where we come and pray to the Supreme Lord to understand what is the ultimate goal of life. And that role Srila Prabhupada has played. And we can see that he has given this program of Srimad Bhagavatam, that daily we should discuss about Srimad Bhagavatam. And when we hear from Srimad Bhagavatam, then we go more deeper and all our queries will be answered. So, therefore, I would like to conclude now. Time is over. Anybody has any questions or comments, they can meet personally and we can discuss. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.